Once upon a time, there was a man named Thomas. He wasn't a hero. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. He was just a man trying to find his way through life. Every morning, Thomas woke up to the same empty feeling. A mix of exhaustion, regret, and quiet hopelessness. He looked in the mirror and barely recognized the man staring back. Life had beaten him down, not once, but over and over again. He had dreams once. Dreams that could have changed everything. But somewhere between the disappointments and the rejections, those dreams began to fade. He lost his job. He lost people he loved. And eventually, he lost faith in himself. He stopped believing that things could ever get better. To him, every new day felt like a repeat of the last. Another round in a battle he no longer wanted to fight. But one cold night, when the silence around him felt too heavy to bear, Thomas sat on the edge of his bed, staring at the floor. He thought about giving up, not on life, but on trying. Trying to be happy. Trying to succeed. Trying to believe again. And then, something small happened. He noticed a photo on his desk, a picture of himself, years ago. Smiling. Hopeful. Alive. For a moment, he didn't see failure. He saw potential. He saw the version of himself that still existed somewhere inside. And with tears in his eyes, Thomas whispered, "What happened to me?" That night, something shifted. For the first time in years, Thomas didn't ask why life was so unfair. He asked, "What can I change?" He realized he had spent so long focusing on what was wrong, that he had forgotten what was still right. He couldn't change his past. He couldn't erase his pain. But maybe he could change how he thought about it. So, the next morning, Thomas woke up early. He looked in the mirror again, same reflection, same scars. But a different intention. He took a small piece of paper, wrote 3 words on it, and taped it to his wall. "I am capable." He didn't believe it yet. Not even close. But he said it anyway. Every single day. Over and over again. And little by little, something powerful began to happen. Those words, the same ones that felt like lies at first, started to feel real. He began to walk with purpose again. He started to see opportunities where he once saw failure. He began to understand something profound. The mind is the seed of every miracle. Thomas realized that the world outside him could only change when the world inside him did first. So he began to train his thoughts like a muscle. He stopped saying, "I can't." He started saying, "I will." He stopped focusing on everything that went wrong, and started focusing on everything he could learn. Each day, he practiced gratitude. For small things, like the sunrise, a meal, a smile. And slowly, his life began to change. Not because magic happened, but because his mindset shifted. The moment Thomas chose to think positively, his reality started to match his thoughts. He found a new job. He reconnected with old friends. And most importantly, he found himself again. The version of him that believed, dreamed, and hoped. Because here's the truth he discovered. Positive thinking doesn't change your life overnight. But it changes how you see life. And that changes everything. Maybe today, you feel like Thomas once did. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you've been rejected, hurt, or ignored. Maybe you've stopped believing in yourself. But listen to me. You are not your failures. You are not your pain. You are not what happened to you. You are what you decide to think about, believe in, and act upon. Your thoughts shape your reality. Every negative thought drains you. Every positive thought builds you. If you tell yourself you're stuck, you'll stay stuck. If you tell yourself you're growing, you'll start to move. If you tell yourself life is over, it will feel that way. But if you tell yourself, I still have purpose, then that purpose will find you. Because positive thinking is not pretending everything's fine. It's knowing that even when it's not, you can still rise above it. Thomas learned that you don't need perfect circumstances to be happy. You just need a mind that refuses to give up. He realized that storms don't destroy strong minds. They shape them. And maybe your challenges are not there to break you, but to build you into the person you're meant to become. Every time you choose hope instead of fear, you take back your power. Every time you choose gratitude instead of complaint, you shift your destiny. Every time you choose love instead of bitterness, you light the path ahead. You see, the true power of positive thinking isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about believing that you can still rise, even when it's not. My friend, Thomas's story is more than just a story. It's a mirror, showing what lives inside every single one of us. Because like Thomas, you too have the power to rewrite your story. You too can rise again. Even if life has pushed you to your knees, you too can think differently and create a reality that matches your faith, not your fears. So today, right now, make a decision. Stop waiting for life to change. Change your mind, and life will follow. Speak life into your days. Speak strength into your struggles. Speak hope into your heart. And watch how everything begins to shift. Because when you choose positive thinking, you're not just surviving. You're creating. You're growing. You're becoming. If this story touched your heart, don't let it fade away. Share it, someone you love might need it right now. And if you believe, deep down, that you're ready to rise, then stay with us on this journey. Subscribe. Be part of a community that believes in strength, growth, and gratitude. Because your story isn't over yet. In fact, it's just beginning.